everybody, and welcome to the Grand Prix review. We are live right here, right now. And let me say, first off, Megan Birch is alongside me right now. Oh my God, what a confusing race.
Yes, it was very confusing, certainly.
It was a story of about 5 parts. We started off Charles Leclerc on pole. Lewis dealt with him. Then we thought, okay, Lewis is going to be caught by the Red Bulls. He was. But the pit stops changed everything. It became a very dull race. And then all of a sudden, lap 33, it exploded, literally, with Lance Stroll's tyre. That brought out the safety car. Then Verstappen having an incident. That stopped the race. And a 2-lap sprint to the end as well. It was such a bizarre race.
Yeah, it kind of felt like it's the Christmas Carol because, do you know how that has 5 parts? It's exactly like that. Because we've got seeing how it starts off normally, then we get a little bit of action, then we get a little bit more action, then we get devastation, and then we get the final result.
It was honestly very, very chaotic. As you can see, the final result here, Sergio Perez winning, along with Sebastian Vettel and Pierre Gasly. But we decided as well, we said it in the commentary, we can't not let that opportunity go. The red flag came out on lap 49. It restarted with a standing start. We had a 2-lap sprint race, and boy, wasn't it eventful.
It was very eventful, and I can say that I think for most of that, my mouth was open like a codfish.
Let's see. Let's take a look back then at what happened on the restart for Baku. And look, engines are cooking, the tyres are cooking, Hamilton's brakes are cooking. We're getting ready for the start procedure for a 2-lap sprint here in Baku for the second time. It's lights out. Good start this time. Perez cuts across. Hamilton leads into turn 1. And Vettel goes on the outside. And Hamilton's gone straight on.
Hamilton's crashed!
Hamilton's gone straight on in turn 1. Perez leads. And now we've got Sebastian Vettel right up there.
Hamilton's at no point. He's not championship leader anymore.
Verstappen leads the title by 4 points. He's locked up. I'll tell you what, it might be a marathon, Lewis, but you forgot to brake down at turn 1, 3 abreast further back.
Your brakes
and Tsunoda trying to go around the outside of Lando Norris. And on the inside, Norris on, and Norris touches with all going through. Pit lane closed.
First is Sergio Perez, second Vettel, and third Gasly so far with Leclerc in 4th position.
Alonso right round the outside into the castle section on Yuki Tsunoda and blocks him. What an incredible move. What a restart. Tsunoda locks up. Alonso trying to defend. And Tsunoda can't go through there. It's too wide.
Tsunoda, you may be a rookie, though. You're facing him.
And Sebastian Vettel is closing down on Sergio Perez. Hamilton is down in 16th place. Finito.
He's last.
And Max Verstappen is jumping for joy here in Baku. I cannot believe it. Hamilton saying, I'm sorry, guys. And now Perez leads by 1.6 seconds to Vettel and Gasly. Leclerc, Norris, Alonso, Tsunoda, Sainz, Ricciardo, Raikkonen.
I can just hear Max Verstappen and the entire Red Bull garage jumping for joy at the fact that they still lead the championship.
Leclerc's going for the podium. He pulls to the outside of Gasly as we start the last lap, and Leclerc gets in as Gasly pulls back to the inside, down towards turn 1. AlphaTauri won the podium, and they've got it. Gasly goes through, goes too deep. Leclerc tries to cut back and can't. Leclerc goes round the outside. They're still battling side by side. And Gasly goes through. Leclerc can't. And Norris joins the battle as Vettel is closing up. Vettel is a second behind Perez. They're closing. Leclerc sends it round the outside of Gasly. And Leclerc's nearly in the wall. Lando Norris cuts back as well. Leclerc dives to defend as Norris tries to come through. What a restart. What a race. 2 laps of Baku, crazier than any other.
Okay, I'm happy about this now.
Vettel could now. So yes. No, this is Verstappen leading the title by 4 points. Hamilton and Verstappen scored no points in Baku.
It's kind of fair.
It's the day of the underdogs. I'm speechless. What a restart. What a restart.
Aren't they all secondary drivers as well?
Yes. All but
apart from
Vettel.
Gasly.
Come on, Sebi. Come on, Sebi. Get this one. Either way, what a unique podium. Vettel's giving it his all. Gasly's in there too. Sergio Perez, out of the last couple of corners, he's got a straight run to the line. Surely it's going to be Perez to the line. He's got floor damage. Perez has got floor damage. Look, it's sparking underneath.
It's okay. You're near the end. You're near the end.
Vettel's hunting him down, but it's too late. Sergio Perez wins a crazy race in Baku and wins the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Sebastian Vettel is second. Pierre Gasly is third. Charles Leclerc fourth, followed by Norris. Alonso holds off Tsunoda. Sainz, Ricciardo, Raikkonen in the top 10. And then it's Bottas, Latifi, and Schumacher across the line, ahead of Mazepin and Hamilton in 16th. Aston Martin, salute a podium. AlphaTauri, salute a podium. Sergio Perez, race winner in Baku. Megan, that was around about an hour and a half ago that race ended, and it still hasn't quite sunk in how incredible it was.
No, it really hasn't. I mean, I think the start of it needed more action, but then it slowly started getting better, and then the end was just explosive.
Let's talk about the top three for a while. Sergio Perez actually winning a race as well. Just in similar circumstances to how we won it back in Shakir as well. Mercedes making errors out there on the track and slipping through. Admittedly, as well, it was his teammate that gave him the victory. Max Verstappen smashing off the track. But good day for Perez, definitely.
Very good day for Perez. I think he is ecstatic right now and probably having a little party.
So, Sebastian Vettel, first podium in a couple of years. Actually, first podium since the 2020 Turkish Grand Prix. I've been reminded when I came off here as well. First podium then in a couple, and another crazy race. He won it last time. He's really come back this time, but this time crucial, a new team.
He kind of suits the crazy races.
Yeah, definitely does. And Pierre Gasly finishing in third. Just a nice guy finishing third. It's the day of the underdogs, really, on the podium. Cynthia already saying in the chat as well, do get in touch with us as well in this little forum-tight show as well with the YouTube chat. We can see it up here in the box as well. Cynthia saying, what a race. I agree with that. And Jaden's project saying, absolutely insane. Is that the commentary or the race ending as well? Because it was all insane, that one, wasn't it? I've never seen an end of a race like it. Let's go through it then, bit by bit. And when my monitor decides to switch back on, we'll switch over the graphics as well and bring up the whole race result for us as well. It's coming up now. Megan, let's just talk then quickly about Sebastian Vettel. He's now ahead of Lance Stroll on the title as well. Stroll, of course, not retiring in this race as well. Do you think this is going to be the start of Vettel's back up there?
I hope. I really, really hope, because I've been wanting Vettel to get back up in status of racing for a while.
Here's the race results then, and we'll go through it. Is this live? Yes, it is live. It is live. The review show is live. It's always live. Yeah. Synthol, this is live programming right now. Hello. We are live.
Bonjour.
The review show is always live, so that we can talk about it. Yeah, it isn't pre-recorded, is it? No, it is live. This is live coverage you're watching. This is a live forum. Get your questions in. We want to know.
I still haven't had anything to eat or drink since then. And
no, neither have I. We sort of just forgot about that. We just need to sit down.
I just went upstairs and just was like,
yeah, just relax for a bit. Yeah. Okay, let's go through the race then and start with the very good place to start. The start. Leclerc got a very good getaway, but in the second phase, it was just enough to cover off Hamilton down towards turn one. But by the end of the first lap as well, George Russell came into the pit lane, changed tyre, but Hamilton got past and Leclerc just sank down. Bad race for him.
Yeah, and I also saw on Esteban Ocon's Instagram and it said that when it was qualifying, he said, it's been a bad day now, but it'll be a long day race tomorrow. Well, that dream did not come true since on lap 4 he retired. Yeah, and now is below Alonso in the championship as well, so that didn't work out overall either. Yeah, Synthol saying, yeah, this isn't pre-recorded, is it? Great, hello. Wow, this race was a roller coaster of emotions. It certainly was, Synthol, as well. I hope you enjoyed it as well with your friends around as well, I heard, in the MotoGP race as well. And I liked, we messaged each other just after the session, liked what you put on about Lewis on your TikTok as well, about that.
But yeah, going further down as well, Synthol says, I was so angry when Verstappen crashed out and so happy Hamilton went wide. As a Max fan, and I want a championship battle, of course. This is amazing. And Perez with the love eyes, and Vettel with the love eyes emoji as well. Yeah, it's been a good day for the title.
Same.
It's kept up. We'll go on to the title later. Keep your questions coming in. We'll answer them. And all the comments as well. We want to know. And Gasly as well, says Synthol. Pretty much a good podium. Throwing Leclerc as well, actually. So let's go over then. The first pit stops took round about lap 9, lap 10.
Yeah, some of them coming a bit later as well.
And it was really shocking to see Lewis Hamilton. Now, he got held up by Gasly in the pit lane coming down. So a 4.6 second stop for him, dropped him behind Perez and Verstappen. But Verstappen and Red Bull, a 1.9 second stop.
We haven't seen that in ages.
That is fantastic, yeah.
And I loved how shocked Lewis was. He was just like, wait, why is he so fast? Why is he so far ahead of me?
Yeah, completely just outran everybody, which I absolutely enjoyed. Going further on then, lap 33, lap 33, the first big incident of the race. Lance Stroll, just as in qualifying, hitting the wall. But this time...
lap 34.
Yeah, right about that. It was a bit weird, wasn't it? Because the puncture on the rear left hard compound Pirelli that had done 30 laps and he flew towards the wall. Yeah. And it was a very heavy impact as well.
Yeah.
And
it ripped itself off the canvas completely.
We saw it later. It's very dangerous to think as well that these tyres are starting to do it. And they were the hard tyres. So they're the middle banded tyres. Pirelli have got 5, C1, C2, C3, C4 and C5. They brought C3 as the hard tyre, C4 as the medium and C5 as the soft. So it's the middle range tyre, that blue here. Maybe we should have had the C2 as the hard.
I think maybe we should have. Though also, are we saying a repeat of last year?
With the tyres? Yeah. I was quite critical during the commentary as well, saying, mate, these hard tyres, they're not giving us great racing. The pit stops have happened. The only pit stops happen now. We're not going to see action out on the track. As soon as I started to see these accidents, I take it back. I was wrong. I'm saying I was wrong in the commentary. We need harder tyres at this track as well. Maybe bring a step up in the compound, because that was frightening. And then, of course, the safety car came out. We spent about 10 minutes under that as well. And on the restart, Verstappen left them to the line, but then got a perfect restart.
Yeah, which is sad because the same thing that happened to Stroll happened to Max.
Yeah,
in the exact same tyre.
Yeah, rear left tyre on lap 46 of the race, and all of a sudden, bang, off goes the rear suspension, rear left gone, flies towards the wall.
Synthol saying, I think someone said Max ran over some debris. I think.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised actually, because I don't think they swept it thoroughly enough actually from Stroll's accident.
Yeah.
Synthol asking, best race so far or Imola better? I think both races have got their merits, but I think Imola was better than the last 2 laps of Baku was better than Imola. But overall, Imola then Baku, I think is the race, and then Bahrain.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the running order. What's next? I'm not sure. I think someone said Max ran over debris. I'm not sure. What do you think? I think it could have been over Stroll's debris.
They didn't. Yeah. They cleared Stroll's accident pretty quickly.
They had to red flag the race for Max's. That's the interesting part, yeah.
So Stroll's was much wider. I mean, there was debris everywhere. I mean, debris went literally in a tree.
Yeah, it flew up the front wing, didn't it, and hit the tree. They managed to get that down, though, during the red flag period, which is great news as well. As got a fly,
that was bothering me in the race. You could just see me getting up and just
batting it away, yeah. Going and then further on, let's actually go down as well. Synthol also saying this is a better result for the whole race, and Imola was better, yeah. I think it's a bit mixed. Both races, though, having red flags. Now, what did you make of that red flag call? I said in commentary, it felt like the wrong decision because it was 49 of 51. They should just call it. We were at 94% distance.
At the time, I felt the same. Though I think after the restart, we all just changed our minds on that decision because it was just chaotic.
Heavens forbid we change our minds on the internet, Megan. My goodness me, that's never happened before. But yeah, I start to agree that exactly what Verstappen and I think we all needed was the fact that we didn't want. It's not that we don't want Lewis to win a title. We don't want Max to win.
We want it to be a good fight.
Precisely, and Lewis winning the race would have made it a 22-point advantage, and it just would have been a bit too much. It wouldn't really have felt like a title fight. This now, with Hamilton not scoring any points either. For the reason at the start is what happened as well. We said it on here as well because we heard it. At the restart, Michael Masi decided to restart this race with a standing start with 2 laps to go. That is insane. You saw it on the screen as well. We just replayed it for you. But Hamilton locking up at turn 1, the reason for it, he pushed them in the little contact, as you spotted, between Perez and Hamilton, the little tap with wheels. His magic brake pedal went too far forward, and he had no brakes into turn 1.
Yeah, that little knock, even though it looked slight, it actually cost Hamilton a race.
Yeah. It was very, very bizarre, and no points then. So that means that Verstappen is on 105, Hamilton on 101. So still the 4-point gap going into France. That's great for us because that makes France, which is one of those boring races on the calendar, exciting because of the title fight. So that's great news for the French Grand Prix. Synthol saying, do you think they red flagged this race so they could restart, or just because there was too much debris? I think the reason they stopped this race was because Max's car was in a difficult position to recover and they only had a couple of laps left. I think that was the reason for the red flag. I then think there was a debate about whether the race should be restarted or not, because you're right, there is a 75% race distance, which means that as soon as you get past 75% distance, if the red flag comes out, the race is usually declared a result and full points can be allocated. But they restarted, they had the intention. I think we got, 5 minutes later into the red flag, we figured out they're going to restart this race.
Yeah, because there was no confirmation whether it was ending or not.
Yeah, and we wondered, is that because they'd have to do a count back and give Verstappen the win? And Verstappen was at the medical centre at the time getting a checkup. He's all okay though. So yeah, they restarted though.
Yeah, which turned out to be a good decision, though.
If your name's not Hamilton, though.
Yeah.
Or Mercedes. Or Bottas. But I'll tell you what, here is good. Fernando Alonso getting into the top 10, finishing P6 in that race.
Yes.
And so getting some points. He overtook everybody. And Vettel on the podium. I still love that as well.
It was amazing.
Synthol says, well, I'm just excited for the result of France. Don't think the race will be exciting. I think after a few laps, we'll already know who's going to win. I think that's right, but let's hope it rains as well. Synthol also saying, even though I thought Max was going to win until he crashed. Yeah, anything can happen in Formula 1. Yeah. Same as the MotoGP race we were commentating on together just before F1. Yeah. We've had a long day today. Yeah. And I've still got to go do the Moto 2 race. I think I might do that tomorrow though. As well. Going further then on to this one. Let's actually go through the race results though at the moment. It was Sergio Perez who won. He scores maximum points 25. Sebastian Vettel's P2 on 18. Pierre Gasly finishes third, 15. Then we had Charles Leclerc 4th, Lando Norris 5th, Fernando Alonso is 6th, Yuki Tsunoda 7th, Carlos Sainz 8th, Danny Ricciardo 9th, and in 10th place goes Kimi Raikkonen. Raikkonen, Megan, scoring his first points of the year.
Really?
Yeah, fantastic news. Giovinazzi P11, Bottas 12th. No points for Mercedes this weekend. From Latifi 13th, his highest finish so far this season. Of course, he finished 11th before, just narrowly outside the points in 2020. Then we get Schumacher 14th, Mazepin 15th, and Lewis Hamilton in 16th. Officially classified, but stopped on the track because they completed 90% of the race distance. George Russell and Max Verstappen finished 17th and 18th. Officially out of the race is Lance Stroll and Esteban Ocon. In the Drivers' Championship, this is now how it looks. No change at the front. Max Verstappen is now leading on 105 to Lewis Hamilton 104. Status quo, 4-point gap. But Perez is closed up now, 69 points. To Lando Norris on 66. Charles Leclerc has 52. Then we get Valtteri Bottas on 47. It's Carlos Sainz 42, Pierre Gasly 31, Sebastian Vettel 28, Danny Ricciardo rounds out the top 10 on 26. The first time Sebastian Vettel has been on the second page of the Drivers' Championship list since 2019. He spent all of 2020 on the second half of the timing page for the Drivers' Championship. Yeah, fantastic.
Good on him.
Fernando Alonso finishes 11th, followed by Esteban Ocon 12th, then Lance Stroll, Yuki Tsunoda. So I'm going through these results. These are points. Fernando Alonso is on 13 points, Esteban Ocon on 12, Lance Stroll now 9 points, Yuki Tsunoda 8, Kimi Raikkonen and Antonio Giovinazzi have 1, and still no points for Mick Schumacher, George Russell, Nikita Mazepin or Nicholas Latifi. Let's take away that graphic and show you the Constructors' Championship, because that has seen the biggest change. Red Bull now lead 174 points to Mercedes 148. Red Bull scoring 25 points here, with Mercedes scoring none. Further down, we'll see Ferrari now 2 points clear of McLaren, 94 to 92. AlphaTauri on 39. Aston Martin 37, Alpine 25, Alfa Romeo 2, and no points on the board still for Haas or Williams. Megan, what a race. Let's go through this one at the moment.
Wait, I just realised something. Danny Ricciardo before now was the only one to win outside in the first 2 rows.
Yes.
Sergio Perez now joins that ranks.
Yeah, Perez started row 3, yeah. And also, Sergio Perez becomes the only driver to be on the podium 3 times here in Baku out of the 5 races. And it's his 3rd podium. And, do you want another fact? With technically a 3rd different team. Force India, 2016. Racing Point 2019 or 2018, Red Bull 2021. So he's the only driver to do 3 podiums with 3 different teams. And, correct me if I'm wrong, he's the only one to finish in every position, 3, 2, 1.
Oh,
yeah. So, yeah, good circuit this. As we take another look at... We've got another look at the start here, Megan. So let's talk us through it as we've got the highlights. Let's watch through. Hamilton gets a great launch, but in the second phase bogs down. Leclerc gets a great runaway, but Verstappen is happy to stay in 3rd. At the back, we've got the contact between George Russell, Mazepin, and Stroll in the background, and Esteban Ocon as well. As you pointed out, Leclerc was falled back as well late on. Sainz was all over the place. Gasly and Tsunoda were battling as well. They've got very similar helmets, so it's quite difficult to tell. But it was a tricky race result. But a great first start, and a great start from Perez. He was up to 4th place by turn 4. He was up 2 places. Great stuff. Synthel saying, my reaction at the restart, no, I knew it. Hamilton overtaking Perez, and then, he goes off. What happened in MotoGP? What did happen in MotoGP? I can't remember that race.
How can you not remember that race? Right, in MotoGP, basically, there was 5 drivers off.
I win. I remember. Go on.
Okay. There was 5 drivers off. It was quite a dramatic race.
All Spanish, wasn't it?
Yeah. It's both Espargaro brothers.
Rossi's Italian, yeah.
Yeah. And then Marc Marquez also went off. And then, who else went? Petrucci? Yeah,
Petrucci went off, yeah. Aleix Paul, Mark, Rossi, and Petrucci. They are the drivers who went off the track. I've just pressed the wrong button as well.
They all went off on the same technicality. They all...
Turn 10, yeah.
Yeah. They all did the same thing, and it just caught them out. And it could happen to any one of the riders.
It happened a lot down at turn 10. I just pressed the wrong button as well, so that was me going foolish there. Synthel also asking, will no one get an extra point because Max got fast lap and didn't finish in the top 10? Yeah, no one gets the extra bonus point because Max got the fast lap outside the top 10. And Synthel saying, who's your driver of the day? He's saying Perez. He did such an amazing job to keep Lewis behind the whole race and win. And I understand if you choose Vettel, because he has such an amazing race. We agreed on the commentary, the podium is our driver of the day. All 3. Yeah,
all 3 of them, just in different orders.
Yeah, Perez, Vettel, and Gasly. But we've put Vettel, Perez, Gasly in for the drivers of the day, yeah. So then, Megan, rounding out then today, let's go and look ahead to what's coming up. The French Grand Prix in 2 weeks' time. Hamilton is going to be 4 points back from Verstappen again. Effectively, it's take 2.
I'm excited for that. Am I in that?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, you're basically in all of them until you're busy, basically. So, yeah, you've got a very busy couple of weeks ahead of you. Right, here's your...
like it's school.
Yeah. Here's your coverage details then, coming forward, because next weekend, it's all change here in the commentary box, as I won't be here. It's the British Touring Car Championship at Snetterton, and I will not be in the commentary box. Megan will be in the commentary box. Do you know why that is? Because I'm trackside! I can't wait. Next weekend at Snetterton for the rounds 4, 5 and 6 of the British Touring Car Championship, I will be trackside with this microphone and a set of headphones commentating live on the watch along. Megan will be here in the commentary box watching the pictures, and you at home as well. I'll be watching on my iPad as well with Megan, and you'll actually get to see some cars blasting around the track. We'll stay in one position for each race and circulate around there. So yes, we will be at Snetterton next next weekend as well for watch-along coverage of rounds 4, 5 and 6 of the Quick Fit British Touring Car Championship. And I'm back at a racetrack. I can't wait.
He's excited and terrified. So if anything goes wrong, don't blame me. I'm new at this. I don't understand how to work this. He's going to teach me this week.
Yeah, she's got 5 days to learn how to use the equipment.
You're looking at a quick learner. I learned how to do algebra within literally 2 days.
Trust me, it's not as hard as you think it is to run all this. But yeah, I'll be at the track at Snetterton as well, commentating live for you. And Megan will be back here at Race Control. So it's all going to be fun at the commentary box. So, and also watch out for the Wednesday following. We'll have highlights of the 2 IndyCar races from Detroit. Okay, thanks for all your comments throughout this weekend as well. Thanks for all of you viewing and watching in with us. We've had an absolute blast here in Baku. We've had battles and we had balmy action here in the old city. I can't believe what we've seen. A 2-lap sprint race to decide this one. I think there's only 3 words to describe today's race. Well done, Baku. Goodbye from us all.